My aunt was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. She didn't have any children, and so we felt like a really strong obligation just to make sure that she was always taken care of and that her needs were met. So as her illness progressed and we realized that she could no longer take care of herself, when I spoke to the elder care consultant, I found out that through a pooled income trust, that we could put her excess income in this trust fund that would enable her to be eligible for Medicaid. And at that point, given her medical situation, he was pretty certain that they would approve her for 24-hour care. And the key issue was how many of her activities of daily living could she do on her own, and how many of those activities that she would need support in. And she was, I guess, fully dependent on someone else for I think at least 3 or 4 areas of those activities of daily living. So that's what led to the determination for a 24-hour live-in aid. They gave a task list when the aid was assigned as to what she'd be doing. Toileting, dressing, eating, shifting from seated position to stand position. So the aide really had to take on most of my aunt's weight when my aunt would be shifting from the chair to, say, going to the bathroom. Any kind of transfer definitely required assistance. She would prepare my aunt for bed and give her her meds or whatever she needed by 9 p.m. so that she could go to bed or to just retreat to her room. She said, I really don't get paid for hours after that. And I felt bad because I know at that point that there have been occasions where my aunt had needed support for various medical reasons or something like that after 9 p.m. where she did have to ask the aide. And I said, well, how does that work? I mean, you are getting up to help her, and you're also getting up from your sleep, and if it's 1 o'clock, how does that even work? And she said, that's just the way it is. I just find it shameful that these companies who are making significant portion amount that the government is paying these agencies for this home care, that the aides are getting so little of it. I don't see how the government can sit there and say that, $10 an hour, not to mention the fact if you really were to prorate that over a 24-hour period, is reasonable compensation for the work that these people do. I can't imagine how someone could work effectively if they haven't had their full rest, particularly if you have someone that you're caring for who needs a lot of support. I think it's really important for the patients and the aides to stand united. It's in everyone's best interest that this issue is properly addressed.